on the, I guess, the far end of the spectrum in terms of issues with dopamine is Parkinson's disease is definitely connected to this, right? I'm not saying that low dopamine necessarily is the cause of Parkinson's. I think there's a lot of causes and things that go into that. But the way that they treat Parkinson's, for example, is they're going to use some type of a drug like levodopa that's going to work on.
Yep.
They're going to
Levodopa.
they'll give you the
Yep, you got it.
precursors for dopamine, and
Yeah.
and then then in terms of less less pathogenic levels, like less disease level state of treatment, this is where, all the college students know it's going to be the whole amphetamine category. It's going to be like your
Yes.
Adderalls, your Vyvances, maybe even cocaine. Those are really going to hit that. And they're going to be agonists, what are called agonists of dopamine.
Yeah. So in general, the carbidopa, the levodopa, these basic, more pharmaceutical-based dopamine type of analogs are used for sure. The problem with a lot of those is they don't really give you a lot of the building blocks to make it. And then also when you take a lot of dopamine support, if you take high levels of it, over time, you're actually going to deplete serotonin because the aromatic decarboxylase enzyme that helps you metabolize dopamine or help you metabolize the precursors, whether it's phenylalanine to tyrosine to L-dopa to dopamine, those require specific enzymes. Those enzymes also get upregulated when you're taking a lot of those building blocks, and it metabolizes serotonin. So you can actually create some functional serotonin imbalances when you're doing high dose dopamine support. Now, there is a direct connection. Obviously, Parkinson's, it's more of an autoimmune issue where your substantia nigra, which are the cells that make dopamine in the midbrain, they get destroyed, for a lot of different reasons. So it could be yeast-based, it could be autoimmune, contributed by gluten or heavy metals. It could be a whole bunch of stuff, right? Conventional medicine isn't really aware on what a lot of the root causes, but we know there's a lot of weird autoimmune stuff at play. So that's important to know. Now, if we see someone on the Parkinson's side, yeah, we may want to support that. It depends on how bad they are, if they need to be on the pharmaceuticals. But if they are, we're going to be supporting all the building blocks like B6 and the B vitamin family and folate and methylated B12, all methylated. We're going to be giving high quality magnesium, vitamin C, maybe a little bit of calcium. Cysteine and sulfur amino acids are very, very important when you're making a lot of these brain chemicals. You need good sulfur to help with that conversion, whether it's cysteine or SAMe or methionine. You need good cysteine to help norepinephrine to epinephrine conversion, and dopamine's a precursor to that. So the problem is when you chronically are stressed, your body will take dopamine and it will go dopamine to epinephrine to norepinephrine. And so the problem is you'll pull dopamine to go down these adrenaline pathways. Epinephrine, norepinephrine are all going to be catecholamines or adrenaline, right? Adrenaline, epinephrine, catecholamines, they're all the same way of saying the same thing. Conventional medicine loves to confuse people. So you have dopamine, it can go down the stress pathway. So fixing whatever that chronic stress is, emotional, physical, whatever it is, sleep, food, you have to fix that, or you're going to be always pulling dopamine to go downstream to your stress hormones. Same thing in women with progesterone. Progesterone, chronically stressed, you'll go progesterone downstream to cortisol. So you got to fix that so you don't overly pull these good brain chemicals downstream to manage stress.
And yeah, great explanation.